Hello, my name is Celeste and this is my sewing room. Welcome to this edition of Friday Sews, where we talk about sewing and a little bit of life. This is the first episode for 2024, so Happy New Year. I hope that this first week has been a fabulous week for you and your loved ones, and I hope that you've been able to accomplish quite a bit in your sewing space. Before I share what I have accomplished this week in my sewing space, I need to apologize to you. Last week, the last video of the year, I told you at the end I was going to share my 9 sewing resolutions for 2024. And I think I also mentioned that I was having some problems with my editing software. Well, I did, because it posted the same video with 2 different kind of markers there. So when you clicked on the sewing resolutions, it was the same Friday sews that I had already mentioned. So I have corrected that. I do apologize profusely for that editing error, and I have hence changed editing software. So maybe it was user, but I really think that might have been the software, because it was just grabbing things that it shouldn't have done. So again, I do apologize for that. So let's get into what I completed this week. So I was able to complete more of my t-shirts and sweatshirts, backing those. And this Pellon that I shared in a previous video did a fabulous job, not only on the t-shirts, but this is a sweatshirt. Yes, this is my sweatshirt from my senior year in high school. And so that's one of my resolutions that I have made this year, is to get these back. So this past week, I was able to back 13 of these. And I have 2 more to complete, but I ran out of the interfacing that I had purchased from that really cute, quaint quilting shop in Valdosta, Georgia. It's about a half a yard short in my estimation, which I don't think is too bad. So when Joann's has it on sale, I will go and get the remaining interfacing that I need for those last 2 t-shirts. So making progress on that. I did want to share some things that I learned. First of all, those magic pins that I told you about last year worked wonderfully with these, because these are heat resistant. So I was able to pin the interfacing onto the sweatshirt, and then I was able to use my damp pressing cloth over it, and it did not melt these at all, and it really helped me be a better steward of my interfacing when I did that. So these were a huge lifesaver. Also, I found, as I'm digging through my stuff, my Teflon pressing sheet. So when I put the interfacing on the back, I would go and put the Teflon on the front, the printed design, and used my iron on there to make it really smooth, to make sure that all of my edges did, in fact, fuse together. So if you are working on a t-shirt quilt, you might invest in a Teflon pressing mat, especially with these designs. You don't want it to melt with your iron and mess it up. And then these magic pins, again, are heat resistant, and they come in many different lengths. I just chose the longer ones, which for me was just easier to put in. So great time saver there. So I think after I do those 2 t-shirts, I should be done with backing all my t-shirts, unless I uncover another box somewhere. That is why I did not make a goal of actually putting my t-shirt quilt together, because I wanted to make sure, as I'm decluttering and as I'm purging some things, that I really truly have all of my t-shirts, because that would be a shame to have all this done and then find another t-shirt that should have been in that quilt. So there you go. I'm very pleased with what I was able to accomplish this week, even with my mother being back in the hospital and my brother coming into town, which was very, very helpful. I let him have his one-on-one time with our mom, and I was able to get quite a bit done here in my sewing room. So super grateful and thankful for that. Some other things, moving into the life part, as I mentioned, my brother is in town. I am participating in the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge, where you try to, the goal is try to use what you have on hand in your pantry, in your freezer, and refrigerator. And so I am participating that again this year. This is my 2nd year, and my goal is obviously to use what I have, but only to use 1 week's worth of grocery money for the entire month. And so I'm really being purposeful in my thinking of meals. So most of the money that I would be spending would be for fresh produce that I'm not able to keep here, and I did not grow in my garden. So I only had to purchase 3 things this week. I went and purchased some fresh oranges because I really have been enjoying juicing those. I don't know, it's just been very refreshing. So I went and purchased some of those and some lettuce to make salads to go with some of our meals. So that is something new that I am participating in this month. Also, I am participating in a sewing room challenge. Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilts is doing a decluttering of your sewing space. And so every day she puts out a video of things to go through. It's only for 21 days in the month of January, although you could do it any year or any month, I should say. So she's done this for 4 years. This is my first year participating. There's a Facebook group with that, and you can find her videos here on YouTube. And so most of it I have done really well. I had already done that prior to the end of 2023, but then there are also some little tips and tricks that she has given that has helped me kind of reframe some of the things as I'm organizing and as I'm decluttering and purging some things that I no longer need. So if you want to participate in that, make sure you check out her videos. Again, it's 21 days in the month of January, but again, you could do that anytime throughout the year. So tomorrow, my last thing I want to share, tomorrow on Saturday, I will be uploading my first tutorial for the year, and that's on that pillowcase that I make each and every year. So make sure that you check back tomorrow to find that pillowcase tutorial on the Serger. 3 simple seams that you can do. Takes you less than 30 minutes to assemble the entire pillowcase, and it's a fun gift for anyone in your family. You can choose different novelty prints, and also you could use like a silk like I did here when I was a kid. But I didn't have a serger back then. But just 3 seams you can do, and you can make new pillowcases for even your home. So I hope that 2024 is going to be the best year for you and your sewing adventures. Thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would encourage you to do that and click that notification bell so that you are notified of other videos like tomorrow when I upload that tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in, spending your time with me. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day and happy sewing, my friend.